tous, bonjour à toutes, ici Asmaa Coppery et je viens aujourd'hui avec un épisode assez spécial et qui me tenait vraiment à cœur. Celui-ci n'était pas vraiment prévu, euh, mais en y pensant, je me disais que j'avais envie de partager ce genre de choses avec vous. So this week's episode is about the 30 things that I wish someone told me when I was younger. I guess I'm just gonna start. So, number one, don't be afraid to speak your truth. When I was a kid, I was always scared to do that because I was afraid of people's judgment and I was not sure if my voice mattered at that time because of how I grew up as a kid is that older people are always right, always be nice, listen to others, do not be selfish, um, share whatever you want to share. What I mean share is that like if you are kids and you have your cousin or a friend or like a kid's family friend, they are over at your house and like you're playing with a certain toy and that kid wants it like so bad, you have to say that it's okay. You can give it to them. You don't have to keep it for yourself. And this is as a kid, this kind of behavior makes you who you are as an adult because you used to give to others and not give and not speak up for yourself, and on the long run as an adult that's not okay. So yeah, this is to not be afraid to speak your own truth. Second is love hard and love truly. um i am I am an actual romantic. I love like truly. And at a certain time, I stopped believing in love for XYZ. I'm not gonna go into details, but for a certain like for a little while, I've stopped actually believing in love. But then I was like, love does not have to be in a just uh with like with the opposite sex. Like for me, it's not just to be in a relationship. Love can be towards yourself, towards people you love, like your family, your friends. Like it's not just one person. You can love deeply a lot of people. You can love deeply yourself as well, and which is the most important thing. Third is to be vulnerable. And being Moroccan or like being Arab, I grew up that being vulnerable was not okay. Being vulnerable is a weakness. When you are vulnerable with someone, when you're showing your emotions and when you are being emotional, it means that you are being weak, and it's a sign of weakness, which is totally the different thing. It's the opposite actually, because when you are vulnerable, in a way, you are strong because you are allowing these kind of emotions to be shown to others and to be like to be actually lived as they are. So yeah, to be vulnerable. Four is, this one is really important, especially if you're still studying, if you're still at school. Your grades or the school you go to does not define who you are as a person. It does not define your value. um, Whatever school you go to, whatever grades you have, this in the future when you become an adult, it, it does not really make any more sense, especially grades, because you can be the first in class, but at the same time, those grades will not get you a certain job that you want. And in another scenario is that you can be like you can have like really bad grades, not really bad grades, but like you can have average grades and you have a high level uh, job, or like you have a high level position in a certain company. Five is to be nice. Always be nice, but not too nice. Be nice so that you kind of give an example on how to treat people, and which is always treat people with kindness, but not too nice so that people would take advantage of that. because believe me, there's a lot of people who will use your kindness to do whatever they want with you, or like to take advantage of your kindness, and that's not okay. It's not supposed to be happening because it's not human, but some people kind of are weird, if I can say. um 6 is that it's okay to say no, and when you say no, this is an answer. You don't have to justify yourself. And this, I had to learn it, and I'm still learning it actually, because I feel like I always have to justify myself when I say no. I don't feel like going out. Why? Why don't you feel like going out? Do you have any certain reason? Do you need to be somewhere? And usually it's just that literally don't feel like going out. So like there's no reason for that. But I find myself trying to justify my answer. No, because I need to do this. I need to watch the cats, or I need to go to my aunt who needs to trim the trees or whatever. But just, trying to juggle to find an answer or a reason. You can just say no. I don't feel like going out. That's it. Like I don't feel like doing this, and I'm trying to learn this every day. 7 is to always look put together, because something that we all need to understand, and something that everybody should know, is that the first 3 seconds that you show yourself or you show up in a setting is a mirror to who you are as a person. So if you look put together, your hair is done correctly, your clothes are fitting you well, um, your shoes are clean, your nails are clean, and how you look and how you present yourself to someone, or like how you present yourself in a certain setting or in a certain situation, this can help you a lot, and this can define your future in a way. um but yeah, I think it's you don't have to go all out when you are when I'm saying put together, but like look clean, and look and have manners as well, I think. Yeah, when you look put together, it means that people can trust you. And I'm not saying that if you don't look put together, people won't, but just like it's it's your own marketing, you're doing your own marketing, it's your own branding in a way. um 8 is you don't have to follow trends to look good. In this day and age, there's a lot of trends that are happening, and they are always changing, and some people think that you need to follow them in order to look like fashionable, or like to look on trend. But in reality, not all trends fits everybody's aesthetic. It does not fit everyone's needs and everyone's daily tasks. I believe that if you have a certain way of style, or like you have a certain way of um, fashion, you're the person who knows most their body, and you know what fits you well, what looks good on you, what does not look good on you. Use that to your advantage, because yes, you can get few pieces that are trendy, but make sure that they are, I don't know how to say in English, but they are intemporels, which means that they are classics, you know. 9, do not regret your your past decisions and your dreams. um like whenever you're the one who is going to make that decision, you're the one who's making the decisions in your own life, so do not regret it. So never let someone decide for you. This is very, very, very important. Number 10 is that words are strong, choose them wisely. I've been in a lot of situations where I would rather go silent than speak, because I'm, maybe I was mad, and I was not okay with um, a certain situation that I am in, and I chose to not say hurtful words just because I know how strong they are. I know some people would rather just speak in the moment. Like you're mad, you're gonna say the words, and usually you don't really mean them. Like you can be mean to someone without actually wanting to be mean, and there's no coming back because what you've already said what you had to say, even though you didn't mean it. So that's why I'm always telling myself, and whenever I meet someone, I'm like, choose your words because words can be very, very harmful, and on the long run, especially if you have a kid and you're always criticizing them, you're always telling them that they're not doing the things correctly, they're always stupid, they're always doing this and it's not okay, they're always, why are they weird, etc. And when they grow, they kind of grow with certain setbacks because they believe that these words that their parents, who are the people that they trust the most in their own life, they were not okay, and they told them that they're not worth it. That's why I'm always saying, choose your words wisely. Number 11 is that you will lose a lot of friends as you grow old. And that's okay. Do you still talk to that friend, like the best friend that you had when you were in elementary school? Most of us know. And that's okay. And as you grow old, you lose a lot of friends, you make new friends, you make friends from work, friends from the art gallery, from the coffee shop that you usually go to, the gym, and that's okay. And life can put people life in your life. You can have people who will stay forever, and you can also have people who are there just for a season. And okay, as I'm saying this, I just remember something that I've read somewhere, or like I think I've heard it somewhere, is that there's people who are for a season or people for a reason, and a lot of people in our life are there for a reason, to to help us grow as a person, to kind of um, make us who we are as an adult today, and that's fine. And when we say people are there for a season, it's just like they're there for a certain amount of time, and that's it. And there's also people who are literally like family to you, like friends. They are there for forever. You feel like you grew together and you like family now. So 12 is that grief is important to move on. Having to deal with death is very, very, very difficult. Losing someone in your life was never easy, especially if that person was in your life forever, or that they made a huge impact in your life. And that's fine. Like, life happens, people kind of leave this earth, and you have the right to feel grief. You have the right to grieve the fact that they left, they're not part of your life anymore, and that's okay. And I remembered something that's this morning I was listening to Selena Gomez doing her a podcast with Jay Shetty, and she said that there is a blessing in the breaking. So this means that it's okay to break down, it's okay to cry, it's okay to take as much time as you need to kind of grieve, to feel this kind of feeling, because it's not every day that we get to um, be our true authentic self when we're crying, because it's really difficult to lose someone. And I do not wish this to anyone to happen to them, but as human beings, we get born, we live our we are born, we live our life, and we die, and that's okay. It's okay to grieve and take your time to grieve and be emotional in that. 13 is to always keep learning new things, always learn new things. In if you want to live a happy life, is that you always need to learn new things in your life. By how, you might ask, by reading books, by enrolling to a new class, doing training.